a life-changing journey. Hello, welcome to Practical English Lessons. My name is Daniel, and today I want to share an incredible journey with you. The story of how I moved to Japan and how it changed my life in ways I never imagined. This journey taught me about love, personal growth, and the power of believing in yourself. Through my experiences, I'll also share useful English phrases and expressions to help you improve your speaking skills while listening to my story. So sit back, relax, and join me as I take you on this unforgettable adventure. The dream that started it all. I grew up in a small town in Spain, surrounded by familiar faces and a comfortable routine. Life was simple, but deep inside, I always felt a longing for something more. I wanted to explore the world, to see places I had only read about in books or seen in movies. From a young age, I was fascinated by Japan. The country felt mysterious and beautiful, a perfect blend of ancient traditions and modern innovation. I dreamed of walking under cherry blossoms, exploring ancient temples, and experiencing the bright lights of Tokyo. But dreams, as you know, often feel distant. I told myself it was impossible. How could I leave everything behind and start a new life in a foreign country? Yet deep down, the desire never left me. One day, while browsing online, I stumbled across a job posting, Marketing Specialist, Osaka, Japan. My heart raced. It felt like destiny knocking at my door. Without thinking twice, I applied. Weeks passed. I almost forgot about it. Until one evening, an email arrived. Congratulations! We are pleased to offer you a position in our Osaka office. I was in shock. My hands trembled as I read those words. After years of dreaming, I was finally going to Japan. Preparing for the unknown. The next few months were a blur of preparations. I had to say goodbye to my family and friends, pack my life into a few suitcases, and mentally prepare for a completely new world. Learning Japanese became my biggest challenge. I knew basic words like konnichiwa, hello, and arigato, thank you, but real conversations? That felt impossible. I practiced every day, listening to podcasts, watching Japanese shows, and repeating phrases aloud. Despite my nerves, I was filled with excitement. A whole new chapter of my life was about to begin. First impressions of Osaka. I arrived in Osaka on a bright spring afternoon. As soon as I stepped out of the airport, the air felt different, a mix of adventure and uncertainty. The city was vibrant. Neon lights flashed from every direction, and the smell of street food filled the air. People moved quickly, but there was a calm sense of order. My new apartment was tiny, a 20-square-meter space in the heart of Namba, Osaka's entertainment district. It had a small bed, a kitchenette, and a sliding window that overlooked the busy streets below. It wasn't luxurious, but it was mine, and it marked the beginning of my new life. Facing language barriers. My first days in Japan were filled with mistakes. I got lost on the subway, accidentally ordered raw octopus for dinner, and misunderstood basic instructions. I'll never forget my first visit to a ramen shop. The menu was entirely in Japanese. I panicked and pointed randomly at a dish. Moments later, the waiter placed a steaming bowl in front of me. The smell was amazing. But I soon realized I had ordered spicy miso ramen. My mouth burned with every bite, but I finished the bowl, feeling proud. Each mistake became a lesson, and every small victory boosted my confidence. Building a new life. My job at the marketing firm was intense. The Japanese work culture values precision, humility, and dedication. Every morning, we started with a team meeting, bowing to greet our colleagues. At first, I struggled to keep up, but my coworkers were patient and supportive. Outside of work, I made a promise to myself, say yes to everything. I joined a language exchange group where locals practiced English and foreigners practiced Japanese. That's where I met Aiko, a kind, curious woman who wanted to improve her English, friendship, and falling in love. Aiko and I became close quickly. She introduced me to Japanese culture, taking me to tea ceremonies, local festivals, and quiet temples hidden from tourists. One evening, during the sakura, cherry blossom season, we walked along the riverbank, pink petals falling around us. As we sat under a blooming tree, she turned to me and said softly, "I'm glad we met." At that moment, I realized something. I was falling in love. Challenges and growing pains. Not everything was easy. Some nights I felt lonely and homesick. There were times when cultural differences created misunderstandings. But through it all, I grew stronger. When I first arrived, I could barely hold a conversation in Japanese. After 2 years, I gave a presentation in front of my entire company, in Japanese. It was a defining moment, proof that persistence pays off. A special surprise. One spring evening, Aiko invited me to a small garden. It was the place where we had shared our first conversation. Under the soft glow of lanterns, she handed me a small envelope. Inside was a handwritten note. No matter where life takes us, I'll always be by your side. Tears filled my eyes. In that moment, I knew I had found my home, not just in Japan, but with her. Lessons from my journey. Looking back, my journey to Japan taught me more than I could have imagined. 1. Believe in yourself. Every dream feels impossible until you take the first step. 2. Embrace mistakes. Failure isn't the end, it's part of growth. 3. Open your heart. Love and friendship blossom when you let others in. A message for you. If you're watching this, I want you to know your dreams are possible. Whether it's learning a language, moving to a new country, or chasing a new career, believe in yourself and take that first step. What's your dream? Share it in the comments below. I read every message, and I'd love to hear your story. And if you found inspiration today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories and lessons. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep growing, and never give up. See you soon.